What's up, guys? Welcome back to the More HP YouTube channel. We've got some work to do to get this car ready for the $10,000 race coming up this weekend. It's Tuesday and we're leaving on Thursday, and we still got a lot of work to do. So stick around and maybe I'll fill you in on a little bit about that split window Corvette. All right, so as you guys can see, that this car is only has one turbo on it right now. Last video ended off with two turbos on it and it was running, so something went wrong there. I actually made the mistake, and thankfully one of the guys watching the video last time caught this mistake and helped me out. VS sent us a set of these mirror image ball bearing 8078s. The turbos that I had on before were not mirror image. They were both just standard rotation turbos. Well, when they sent me these 80s, they had the V-band housing on the exhaust side. Well, we run these Parker Speed T4 flanges, and I didn't want to cut up the exhaust side and do away with those Parker Speed flanges. So I got the guys at VS Racing to send us some standard T4 exhaust housing so that they bolt right up. Well, in doing so, we had a little miscommunication, and they sent a standard rotation exhaust housing to go onto the mirror image turbo. Well, I don't know if y'all know a lot about turbos, but that don't work out. The blades in a mirror image turbo spin the opposite direction of a standard rotation unit. So I had one turbo that was moving air like it was supposed to, and one turbo that wasn't. So we got that new turbo now. It just came today. So we'll unbox this thing and get the exhaust housing put on it and get it slapped on the car. Okay, so this is that V-band housing that these 8078s come with. And like I was saying before, we like our Parker Speed flanges, and we want to keep that T4 flange. It's a pretty universal thing, and most turbos work with it. So we got the guys at VS to send us this regular T4 exhaust housing so that it'll bolt right up. So this is a standard rotation 8078. And we just gotta snap this V-band housing off and put the T4 housing on, and we should be good to go. Okay, we got the new turbo on. Everything looks good. It's discharging the correct way. Got the exhaust on. O2's hooked up. Yeah, it looks like everything's good now. Again, that wasn't VS Racing's fault. That was kind of a miscommunication between me and them. They sent me the V-band exhaust housings originally, which worked perfect with a mirror image turbo, but I couldn't use a mirror image turbo on my setup, so I wanted to use a standard T4 exhaust housing. So that was just a miscommunication. Nothing wrong on their part. So this race we're going to is in St. Louis, and like I said, today is Tuesday, and we're leaving Thursday at 5 o'clock in the morning to get out there. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday race, and it's an invitation only race, and the name of the race is MITM, and the MITM Elite stick class is limited to just 8 cars. And you have to run faster than a 799 at some point in time to qualify for that class, or to even be invited to that class. So we got invited. We were kind of hesitant to go. It's a $10,000 race. The winner gets $10,000. We've never raced for that much money, but we're going to this weekend. So it's me, Jonathan Atkins in the Grub Worm, Joel Granis with the orange Supra, Devin Schultz in the Red Demon, the all-wheel drive DSM car. John Miller, he's got a black Mustang that's been pretty quick. Let's see, who else is going to be there? I think the guy's name is John. He's got a Miata kart kind of thing. It's like an exoskeleton twin-turbo LS deal. And then a guy named Nick's got a twin-turbo LS S10. And then I think there's an all-wheel drive Honda that's going to be there. So yeah, that makes up the 8. So we'll be racing for $10,000 between those 8 cars. And hopefully with these new turbos, I can get the car dialed in Thursday and Friday and be ready to race Saturday. And hopefully we go a couple rounds. We've changed quite a bit of stuff on the car, and yeah, if we can make it a couple rounds, that'd be good. We got new tires on the car, so that should help. We've changed a little bit with the weight on the clutch. We've adjusted it, loosened it up a little bit. It was a little tight in Charlotte. So let's see, I think we're ready to change the oil, and then we'll be ready to start this thing up. I had to change a little bit on my 2-step, so after I get the car running and figured out, probably gonna have to pull it outside. My neighbor's gonna love me, but I'm gonna have to try it on the 2-step a couple times to see how it does. Steven's at his house right now doing the same things on his car, not changing turbos, but changing the oil and putting his drag slicks on. He had his street set up on there, so he's switching it back over to race mode. Putting his transmission in, we just got that back from Tick. He had hurt something to do with second gear. I just let those guys at Tick figure all that stuff out. I don't worry about the transmission stuff. So he's got that transmission back in, and yeah, then we'll be loading the cars tomorrow night and heading to St. Louis. And then yeah, let me turn you guys around here. Turn it around here and see. So this is my father-in-law's new drag car. It's a 63 split window Corvette. So this is the car that he is replacing the 79 Camaro that he wrecked just a month or so ago. You guys probably saw that video that I posted. The car is probably not going to be staying red. We are not a red family. But we're going to put the motor and his old motor and transmission in this car, and he's going to go test it a little bit and see if he really likes the car, if it does well, and then this winter we'll probably pull it back apart and get it painted silver. We're having to do a little bit of changing to the roll cage, just cutting some bars out and adding a few more and getting his seat in there the way it needs to be. But yeah, we've got a lot of work ahead of us on this thing. Got to get new tires, but that's not the primary focus right now. It probably won't be till this fall that he's wanting to make passes in that car. So let's get the oil changed in this thing and see if we can get it fired up. Okay, so I got the oil change just topped off, ready to go. Now we're gonna see how this thing acts on the two-step with the new turbos. We're gonna take a couple data logs and see how it acts at different RPM ranges. So we're gonna pull it out and put it on the two-step. Okay, the two-step worked good. Made the boost that I thought it would on the given RPMs. So the only thing left to do is wash this thing and put it in the trailer. It is filthy after sitting in the garage for a couple weeks. So we'll be loading up and heading to St. Louis. If you guys want to follow along, we'll try to get as much content as possible for the race. Like I said, we're going to be testing or qualifying on Thursday evening, I think around 5 or 6 o'clock. And then there's 2 or 3 passes we get to make on Friday. And then I've kind of heard 2 different things. Maybe the race is starting Friday night. Maybe it's starting Saturday. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, we'll try to record it and get some content. So like and subscribe to the channel, and it'll notify you when we post some new videos. Thanks, guys.